Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Pathway Restorative Wellness Clinic exists to improve the lives of children, adults, and all the clients with a range of diagnoses not limited to autism, stroke, arthritis, brain injuries, and depression, which hinder their ability to perform everyday tasks such as dressing, feeding, toileting, and grooming. Our licensed occupational therapist uses science, creativity, and compassion to design a client-specific care plan that restores and maintains skills required for daily living, work, and school. The Pathway Clinic is located on Morris Bishop Highway, but we extend services to schools and homes. Contact us at 473-422-7232.
Rich, smooth, delicious, and packed with vitamins that could only be one thing. It's a Rika almond beverage. Great on its own or a lovely addition to smoothies. So call Superb Distributors on 435-2948 or visit us at Tempe St. George's today. Remember, Rika is life and life is Rika.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at here, basically a whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
All right, we'd like to officially welcome one and all, everybody, to another Mikey Live program. And I'm your host, Mikey Hutchinson, and we are coming to you live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean, that is Grenada. And we have it all. We have sand, sea, sun, and elections coming up, and so much more. Happy am I to be back with you for another day. Of course, the first-time viewers, we want to say hello to you, and to the usual suspects who are always on the business. We say hello to you, folks. We got to take a look at what's making the headlines for tonight. Yeah, boy, all the real thing, you know, because over the weekend, the Prime Minister said he ring the bell. You understand? So elections is in the air. We're going to tell you more about that coming up in a while as well. Long lines of people getting registered, attempting to get registered. In fact, up to 7:30. People still in lines. I'm talking about tonight. You understand? Think different, boy. Yeah, boy. As well, Public Workers Union joins the TAMCC Community College workers. We're talking about the lecturers and so on in protest. We'll talk about that in a moment. And as well, we've had Grenlec. Their workers walk off the job in protest, but he was horn down the place. Vehicle tooting. They are just about now concluding a meeting with the Labor Commissioner, etc. We'll be talking to Andre Lewis in a moment. And Grenlec say that they are hoping to resolve the dispute speedily. All right. And we have more to tell you about. The Community Nursing Division honors its nurses, boy. You know. So we have a lot of things to tell all about on the business. So relax all yourself, get some water, you could drink a little Coke, so they have a little fried jacks and thing. I don't know when last I ate fried jacks. I passed by Brizan today, I get some fried jacks from them, Beijing and them. So I want to say big up to the fishermen in Brizan, boy. Yeah, boy, I eat a nice fried jacks first time in a long time, and they give me some snap and thing. And I mean, but that fried jacks go down good. And you know when you could get a good, like dry fried jacks, not too soggy, just dry, when it's crispy. You eating the tail and all on the head. That's what I'm talking about, and the ribs. Without bone juking you. And fellas, if you all get a woman who could do all the fried jacks, right? Keep her. We take a break and come back, and when we come back, we'll tell you more. All right, now we got to remind you the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Quartz Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Real Value, IGA Supermarket, and Superb Distributors. So all of our sponsors on the pathway, they are new in the market and they are doing well. Well, in the context that the reviews from the customers are great. So you're going to continue to hear more about them on the program. So folks, we're coming back, and when we come back, it could be real news in all the lily lolo brace all yourself. I tell all the girl thing to drink and thing, and we got the thing kind of hot, if you know what I mean. And by the way, what's breaking the internet? We'll be back.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Collect, share, and win with Coca-Cola. Here's your chance to win one of 3 Sony PlayStation 5 consoles when you enjoy original Coca-Cola or Coca-Cola No Sugar. Collect specially marked labels and spell the word MAGIC. Submit the labels in an envelope with your name, address, and contact information, and drop in entry boxes provided at major supermarkets. 22 lucky winners can also win great weekly prizes, including Samsung Smart TVs, Samsung mobile phones, Samsung tablets, and free Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. Real magic. See press or online for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, so family, welcome again onto the business. Just a brief notice before we go further with the program. So in terms of the outages, the Grenlec outages, the planned outages that are part of the ongoing maintenance program, Grenlec wants to advise persons who live in Closier and Grand Roy that you will be affected on Tuesday 17th, that is tomorrow, for Grand Roy 2:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and for Closier 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Then moving on to Wednesday, Monday St. David 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then on Friday, Rosemount, that's in Closier again, 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And they say that they'd like to apologize for any inconveniences caused, but of course they say that is absolutely necessary to be able to serve you and to improve the quality of service that they provide to you. All right. Oh yeah. The next thing to tell you, another notice from, this time it's from the Spice Mass Corporation. They say that they like to extend an invitation to all SMC registered judges to their final in a series of 3 workshops of Calypso, Groovy and Soca judges in preparation for the Spice Mass 2022. Now the final workshop, they say, takes place on Saturday, May 21st at the St. Joseph's Convent, St. George's, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Now, the Saturday's workshop will be facilitated by masters in the Calypso art form, focusing on lyrics, stage performance and presentation, and simulated judging exercises. Interested persons, please contact the Spice Mass Corporation on telephone number 440-0621, or you can email reception@spicemassgrenada.com, and that is to confirm attendance by Wednesday, May 19, 2022. Confirmation of attendees, they say, is very important to facilitate adequate preparation. All right. Let's tell all about the nurses. We'll tell all the things still before we move over to the next business. You know what I mean? We have to tell all the things. Right. Some of the community nursing division, they've honored its nurses. We've been told that the invaluable contributions, unwavering dedication to the delivery of healthcare, and the numerous sacrifices made by the community health nurses across Grenada were recognized by the Community Nursing Division of the Ministry of Health during an appreciation and awards ceremony. And guess what? At Pier 57 and thing in the dag. Telling all you, the event coincided with this year's observance of the International Nurses Day, which had as its theme, Nurses, a Voice to Lead, Invest in Nursing and Respect Rights to Secure Global Health. 15 awards were presented to the winners of the various categories, including District Nurse, Registered Nurse, and Nursing Assistant. Now, the awardees were chosen from a field of 29 nominees from the 6 health districts. All right, and so it was a nice exercise, and I think that the nurses and them, they really appreciated that gesture, because they don't get enough of that, you know. I mean, they're doing a job, but at the same time, it's different. It's like them teachers, you know. I mean, yeah, boy. Speaking of teachers, boy, earlier, the TAMCC, boy, TAMCC Community College, its lecturers were out on the street again today, and this time it was also supported by members of the Public Workers Union. So this time here now it's different. So we've had the lecturers out, then we had the students joining them. Now there's another union who have joined in support of the lecturers at the TAMCC Community College. All they're telling me, you understand? They say that it is about outstanding wage increases. You understand? And here are some of the concerns. All right? No salary increases for 10 years. The workers at TAMCC, they are operating on 2012 salary, they say. In addition to that, they say TAMCC has refused to pay increments for 2019, 2020, and 2021. Also, they are saying that there are serious issues at the college re occupational safety and health. For example, the 6 Roads campus in Carriacou has and continues to be in deplorable condition, unsustainable for operation and for optimal learning and safety. Also, they say that for years, the workers are being stifled. Re-promotion opportunities on technicalities, despite proving and demonstrating worthiness for higher positions. You understand? They are also saying another matter. The management of TAMCC continues to be notoriously slow, they say, in response to the grievances. They're also saying that the central government has seemingly abandoned the lone tertiary institution, the TAMCC Community College. So it's a host of problems that they've had, a host of concerns that they say. And so, you know, you see the PWU President Day, Brian Grimes, and the GUT President Day, Jude Bartholomew, and stand up like soldiers. You understand? And you know, these are some of the placards that they've put out. You know, so it's been several weeks. They have been protesting. You know what I mean? Speaking of protests, we're moving on. The workers' boy of Grenlec, they were out 2 boys. Hard in the place today, I want to get married. So yeah, boy, I say, well, who? Well, people wicked too much. Well, who go get married on a Monday? Who getting married on a Monday? Some people, what's my grenade? They're fast. How come people breaking their foot in offices, running outside to see you get married? They want to see the bride. And I mean, everybody want to see bride. Kick. When they look outside, Grenlec workers, you're telling me, John. You understand? They say the woman must be from Grenlec. She get married. Another one say, oh, so that's why things is slow so in the office. All these protests and people protested. You know what I mean? Protests. So, on a serious note now, they're saying that they've had some serious concerns. And on top of the list of that concern has to do with salaries. You understand? You understand? They say a woman fall on and throw down a whole set of coffee and she paper when she get on. So this man she want to say you go too fast. They say a whole set of papers in there. A woman in the office in Ghana and she here on. She running. Breaking she foot running, she throw down the coffee and then people paper. And I mean, anyway. So Grenlec, they are saying that they are trying their best to resolve the issue. You understand? A little text me any program, the man. Don't text, hold on, let me put me thing on mute because they're fretting me too. You understand? Yeah, boy. Anyway, so Grenlec put out a business. They said that they wanted to advise consumers about the temporary interruption in services delivery, because you know they always, in the service delivery at its customer care center that's in Carriacou and Grenville, as well as the potential delay at its other locations. The situation has resulted from action taken by some of the team members represented by the Grenada Technical and Allied Workers Union, the GTAU, who did not report for duty on Monday, 16 May 2022. The action by some team members relates to negotiations for a collective bargaining arrangement or agreement for the period 2018 to 2023. These negotiations represent the salary and benefits outlined in the collective bargaining agreement, which is significantly above other players in the industry. Now, while this discussion is about increasing these benefits, the company has continued to meet its commitment, they say, to providing benefits related to performance-based pay increments, profit sharing, medical and life insurance, and non-contributory pension, and so on and so on and so forth. So before we come on the business like a minute or two before, that's why we come on a little late. We just had to do those things, verification and things like that based on certain things that we get. So we were able to speak to the president, Andre Lewis, about a business. So we say, Andre, I know you're busy and I know your thing. So they were just in a meeting with the labor commissioner and ting. And so we spoke to him, just quickly we said, just tell us what's going on, you know.
Union and the company is currently locked in the Ministry of Labour before the intervention of not just the Labour Commissioner but also the Minister for Labour. We are at a position herein where we can take back the more from the workers. Currently locked in the Ministry of Labour before the intervention of not just the Labour Commissioner but also the Minister for Labour. We are at a position herein where we can take back tomorrow morning to our members a proposal from the company for direction from the workers. But we are still at it, and hopefully we can leave here with something that, as I said, we can take back to discuss with our workers tomorrow morning.
All right, so basically that's it there, and I just need to apologize a little for the tardiness with the whole thing. We were not able to get enough time to edit the business, so I had to put the phone on the business and then see me there do anything on the business. So anyway, yeah, so basically that's the sentiment that's been expressed. So they're hoping that they can be able to bring back something, you know, positive to their workers tomorrow, God's willing. All right, so that's the situation as it relates to Grenlec and the wedding. I mean the protest, you know what I mean. But Grenadians fast. I wish I had a camera to record some of them. I tell you, when they hear hands hold me, you can't draw me attention to because I say, Monday wedding, Jesus. Anyway, yeah. What's breaking the internet? The Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Mitchell, at a rally on Saturday, announced the election date as June 23rd. That's the day when Grenadians will be going to the polls to decide on who forms the next government.
I want you all to stay here, to stand with me. And I want the nation to stand with all of us. Because in a world of hostilities and uncertainties, in a world trying to find its way from a pandemic, in a country that wants steadfastness and clarity, we are asking you to keep this nation in the safest hands. Therefore, let's go forth steadfastly. Let's go forth with purpose. Sisters and brothers, now, I have already asked the Governor General to dissolve the Parliament on Monday, the 16th, 2022. Monday, May the 16th, 2022. I've also asked the Governor General to issue the writs for the election on Tuesday, May the 17th. In other words, only one day you have to try to register if you ain't registered yet. That is Monday alone. Because I warned you already. I warned you. The publication of the writs will be made on Wednesday. It must be published May the 18th, 2022. Nominate. You see these people here? Some of them are ministers of government. None of us are parliamentarians anymore. So don't call us parliamentarians anymore right now. Nomination day for the candidates for the next election will be Wednesday, June the 1st. The police officers will be voting, sisters and brothers. They'll be voting on Monday, June the 28th. Police voting. They have to vote. And therefore, on June, Thursday, the 23rd of June, we're ready to vote, sisters and brothers. We're ready to vote Thursday, June 23rd. So you know what that means? What that means, if you do the right thing, we fet in Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sisters and brothers, I love every single one.
Wait, hold on, back up. I don't fet. I does not fet. Is he what tell me? I get fried jacks. I good. And I mean fried jacks and I cook. I voting. but don't fit. So we have a problem, a fundamental problem. But I help out all of them people holiday. If the thing turn out to be that way, and I mean, oh yeah, I want fried jacks, I like a coke, and I good. You know what I mean? And give me some Lucasade on top of that. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So we moving on. Oh yeah, who will win the next general elections in Grenada? I'm asking the question. Who put up the thing? Put up the green hat or the blue one. I mean, or the yellow one. And whoever the other symbols are. You understand? Hold on. All you. Hold on, I'm doing something on the thing. So, time will tell. It's only a few days, well, a few weeks. You understand? And then, please mash up. Time will tell. Who will win the next general elections? All year. So since the announcement was made, then Grenadians had 1 day. 1 day. Today. To get registered for for the individuals who are not yet registered. You understand? 1 day they had. So there were a lot of people who were out in the lines at the various elections office, parliamentary elections offices around the island. Up to tonight. Up to tonight, there were still people in line, in drunk. Right? Sorry for the mockers. I say, I'll probably feed them mockers and give them a bit of coffee and thing. You understand? Milk with that coffee or coke. Anything with caffeine in it to go walk, you keep them up, keep them motivated. You understand? Yeah, boy. Some people, and there were mixed feelings. There were mixed feelings about the idea of giving you 1 day. Some say, well, oh, I'll get how long they're talking about this and how long they're talking about that. Other people say, well, yes, still, but come on. Like an ambush. Because you know, people still thinking they had time. You know how they operate and to what end? You give the 1 day. So there were differences of opinion regarding that. I hear some people passing into and cussing them people in the line, and I don't line. Yeah, some people they're passing in tongue, they're passing and they see them people in the line and they're cussing them people in the line and say, oh, what at all you leave up for the last minute and they, it's not your business. That is not your business. Then people come and complain to you. They tell you they're foot tired. Leave them people alone, let they decide what they're doing. Then people they never complain to you and tell you they're tired. They ask you for water. Well, I never hear that yet. So, some people are of the opinion that if they've been registered before and did not re-register now because, well, you know, the ID would have expired, and they are not re-registered now, they didn't get the opportunity to do so, that they would not be able to vote. So the Parliamentary Elections Office says, well, that's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily the case. That's not how it works. Okay? So they say that they'd like to advise the public that an elector who does not replace his or her expired voter identification card cannot, okay, people, cannot be denied his or her right to vote on election day. The right of a person to vote speaks to if on polling day he is qualified and registered as an elector in that constituency and his name appears on the current list to be used for that constituency. Now, the presentation of the voter identification card is required to verify the identity of the individual who is voting. Therefore, electors are asked to present their voters' identification cards before receiving a ballot. Please note that an elector who holds an expired identification card with an expiry date, January 31st, 2020, can present such card, which is the expired one, when requested to present his or her voter identification card. An elector who is unable to produce his or her voter identification card because one was not issued or it was either lost or destroyed will be required to take an oath before receiving his or her ballot. The Parliamentary Elections Office remains committed, they say, to the replacement of expired identification cards and continuous registration. The public is advised that your official source of elections information is the Parliamentary Elections Office. Therefore, you are asked to be guided accordingly, because there are some people who have been writing a whole sort of thing on social and, and information that is not really accurate. In fact, for further information and for queries and questions that you may have regarding the process, the Parliamentary Elections Office, they will be facilitating tomorrow's post-cabinet briefing. So that will be starting at 10 o'clock. It will be live on this page, so that we will be able to ask Mr. Ferdinand Philip, Voter and Civic Registration Officer, questions relating to the process, as well as the Supervisor of Election, Mr. Elvis Moraine, questions relating to the process. So we want to extend an invitation to you to please tune into Mikey Live and GIS for the business. And of course, we've already inquired about our election coverage. Of course, we want to be on the ball as usual. So we're going to be engaging with the Parliamentary Elections Office on software and stuff like that we are going to be using for the election coverage. Nobody doesn't do no election coverage like us. You know what I mean? Yeah, we don't go to have no pan and panel. You know what I mean? It's just us and numbers. You know what I mean? So me and the small man, I'll let the small man help me out this year. You know what I mean? Because anyway, let's leave that talk. You know what I mean? Small man tell me we can chill in her. Or you could imagine that, people. You could imagine teaching your child to say ABC, 1, 2, 3, little phonics stuff and thing, teaching him every word. And before they feel they could, manage their words on their own, they come with attitude. My 2-year-old son tell me, chill out, chill. 2. Chill. Lady that dog. You understand? So the child will beat me inside here. Anyway, lady that dog. Commenting on Grenada's upcoming general elections, neighboring St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Prime Minister Dr. Raul Gonzalez, he believes that the incumbent New National Party and Dr. Mitchell, starting with all things being equal, are in a very good position. Dr. Gonzalez did confess, though, that he doesn't know enough on the ground, as well as he don't have any recent census on how the opposition NDC organization under the new leadership is doing. Speaking on a program yesterday, Dr. Gonzalez also mentioned the political dilemma that is happening in St. Kitts and Nevis, where it's expected that a general election will be called soon. Looking at the situation in the 2 OECS countries, Dr. Gonzalez, who has been at the head of the country's governance affairs for several terms, says whoever the people elect, the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines will work closely with them. You understand? What else do we have to tell you about all of Grenada's COVID-19 situation? We're going again. COVID-19 situation. New confirmed cases from the last update we got on the 13th. 168 cases out of 795 tests that were done. We're talking about active cases of 1,588. 1,588, people. You understand? Hear that? Test positivity, 21.1%, way above what it's supposed to be. Unacceptable. All you, be careful. Because the business is real. You understand? The business is real. I mean, people are not dying in this outbreak, but people are getting sick. They say this one have pain. That one like chikungunya and Zika and a pain in your little low. They say people balling like if they're gonna take out teeth. Yeah, someone want you. I have COVID. I don't making it up. They say they balling like if teeth they have. Oh God. You understand? Pain in the little low. So all you don't want to experience that. So chill out. Do the right thing. Protect yourself from getting kind of business boy. You understand? So let's summarize again. We're going back election. Grenadians will go to the polls on Thursday, June 23rd. The Governor General will dissolve Parliament or dissolve the Parliament today. So that means you don't know parliamentarian again. It means everybody equal. All right. The Governor General is to issue the writ for election on May 17th. That is tomorrow, God's willing. Nomination day for the candidates will be on Wednesday, June 1st. You must be nominated there to be thing. Right. And the police officers will vote on the 20th. Okay, not the 28th, the 20th. They will be voting on the 20th. So that, you know, ting. You understand? What else do I have to tell you about, boy? So on the weekend, the NDC had a little meeting thing. And the NMP had a little meeting thing too. So things are starting to look up. Then you are now seeing like flags on poles and like bandanas and banners hook up around the place, you know. So these are the signs, you know, election. We just hope that it will be a clean one. Just remember that at the end of the day, whichever party is selected, we all have to work together, you know what I mean? People fighting and getting vexed and yo, for what? Yo, we could agree to disagree. You pick us, well, it's not even about picking a side. It's about, you know, who you believe. In this moment, is better positioned to take the country forward. You understand? So you could vote for a party this time around and then vote for another one in the next time around at all. Nobody says you have to be no it. You don't have to be an it to exercise your right. Oh, that's on good boy. You don't have to be an it to exercise your right. You understand? Just go all day and vote with all your might. Just make sure what you're doing it right. You don't want to spoil your ballot on that night. Speaking of night, you gotta know, Mikey Live is the place to go. We give you good, updated info. Boy, anyway, so folks, just remember, we have to all coexist, despite whichever party we support. I know that sometimes things get tense, and it doesn't really need to. All right, let's enjoy the whole process of election, and not lose sleep over it and lose friends over it and then kind of thing, because it really isn't worth it. You know what I mean? It really isn't worth it. All right. So family, we're taking a quick break and come back, and when we come back, it could be the national report on the weather. We are expecting the Saharan dust to affect us a bit from today into tomorrow. So if you feel a little discomfort, just know that we've got some Saharan dust coming in. It's going to get a little more concentrated as the days go on. And then after a while, it's going to dissipate. So for those of you who are sensitive and stuff like that, you know, just be guided accordingly. Probably when we get some more time, maybe tomorrow, God's willing, we'll talk more about that, all right? The Saharan dust. We experienced an eclipse last night, a lunar eclipse, a blood moon. I hope that you had the opportunity to take a look at it. It was in its full bloom around after midnight. So, but it was a nice thing to look at, yeah? We were affected by the first tropical wave for the Atlantic hurricane season. Is it okay to say that? Because the season officially starts in a couple of weeks. Yes, but anyway, yeah, so we got a little rain last night, not too much to talk about, right? But we have to monitor things still. So let's take that break and come back, all right? We still have for you the national report, yes, and we also have the weather. So all your brace all yourself and thing now. We are coming back.
Welcome to Yogo. Most of you know us for our food delivery service and our food pass for free delivery from restaurants. But did you know you can also use us for grocery deliveries too? We've just added another 5,000 plus new items to Yogo's supermarket. And stay updated as we add more products and vendors. Yogo Services is our convenient skip-the-line offering. Let us pay your electric, water, and other utility bills for you. With us, you'll be able to buy tickets, pay your rent, schedule bookings, and other services. Need a ride to get somewhere? Give Yogo Lyft a try. Select your pickup location and destination location and wait for our driver to collect you. Never have to worry about how you're gonna get to a place again. Please see website or app for our service locations. And sign up now.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Pathway Restorative Wellness Clinic exists to improve the lives of children, adults, and all the clients with a range of diagnoses not limited to autism, stroke, arthritis, brain injuries, and depression, which hinder their ability to perform everyday tasks such as dressing, feeding, toileting, and grooming. Our licensed occupational therapist uses science, creativity, and compassion to design a client-specific care plan that restores and maintains skills required for daily living, work, and school. The Pathway Clinic is located on Morris Bishop Highway, but we extend services to schools and homes. Contact us at 473-422-7232.
Rich, smooth, delicious, and packed with vitamins that could only be one thing. It's Rika Almond Beverage. Great on its own or a lovely addition to smoothies. So call superb distributors on 435-2948 or visit us at Tempe St. George's today. Remember, Rika is life and life is Rika.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Hassle-free loans for your every need. Cards have you covered, best believe. Cards ready, cash is for everyone. Not to worry, fast approval. Hurry up and come. We got it all, we on the go. Cards ready, cash you already know. We got it all, we on the go. sure.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Long lines for final registration following Prime Minister Mitchell's announcement of election date. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Monday, May 16th, I am Rakisha St. Louis. There were long lines at constituency offices on Monday as Grenadians took advantage of the final registration day, which qualifies them to cast their ballot on Election Day, June 23rd, providing they were not previously registered. This follows Saturday's announcement by Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honourable Keith Mitchell that Grenadians will go to the polls on June 23rd. Parliament has been dissolved and Governor General Dame Cecile Lagrenade will issue the wreath for elections on Tuesday.
Thursday, the 23rd of June, we ready to vote, sisters and brothers. The publication of the wreaths will be made on Wednesday. It must be published May the 18th, 2022. Nomination day for the candidates for the next election will be Wednesday, June the 1st. The police officers will be voting, sisters and brothers. They'll be voting on Monday, June the 28th.
The Parliamentary Elections Office has assured that an elector who has not replaced his or her expired voter's identification card cannot be denied the right to vote on Election Day. Voter and Civic Registration Officer at the Parliamentary Elections Office, Ferdinand Phillip, explained that the right of a person to vote speaks to if on polling day he is qualified and registered as an elector in that constituency. Phillip, who was recently a guest on the GIS Spice Morning program, highlighted the voting process for the upcoming general elections.
Under the system that we are using, which is called the computerized voter registration system, a system that came into force on the 1st of January 2012. It is called the continuous voter registration system. It involves you fingerprinting when you go to do your application. It involves you supplying a digital signature. It involves you taking a digital photograph. And all of these pieces of information are uploaded into the system. Either your valid passport, the data page, or your official birth certificate. They are scanned into the system. And these remain part of your personal data. Now, once we have registered you, especially, and I emphasize the fingerprint here a lot, you remain registered.
He assured that while some may have not received their national identification cards on time, their names are still included on the final list produced by the Elections Office. Any elector who holds an expired identification card with the expiration date January 31st, 2020 can present the card on Election Day.
Even if somebody does not have time to receive their card, they will be allowed to vote, because your name, even if you register on the day of the writ, so that will be the last day of registration, or you replace on the day of the writ and you did not have time to receive a card, your name is going to be on that final list for the election. And once your name is on the list, we have various mechanisms, that will ensure that once you are who you are, you will be allowed to cast your vote. Our responsibility as an electoral body is to facilitate the voting process, to create an atmosphere where, the simplest person who is eligible, who is on that list, can come on election day and cast their vote for the individual of their choice.
Residents of Better Village, Bonaire, St. Mark are one step closer to obtaining land titles from government for plots they currently occupy. Government on Sunday launched the land regularization process to finalize paperwork and security details before officially handing over the lands and titles to the residents. Honorable Peter David said there are 80,000 acres of land in Grenada, which must be shared fairly to meet the needs of various sectors. He explained that the implementation of the land management policy will help government determine the proper use of available lands. Minister David stressed the importance of land possession in boosting financial security and self-development.
Land is an extremely important source of revenue for those who own it. And that is why we are here today, because Sister Modeste determined that this area should be regularized to provide the residents with the capacity to use the land that they live on as a source of revenue. So they can pass it on to their kids, they can use it to go to the bank in order to get a loan, they can use it as security. In other words, once you have title to that land, you can do lots of things that you otherwise will not be able to do. So that is why we, the government, on the insistence of Sister Modeste, determined that that land that people of the Better Village, Bonaire area were living on need to be brought under government. That has been done over the last few months. We've been able to regularize it with the government, and now this meeting is set to begin the process of regularizing it with the residents.
Honorable Clarice Modeste Kerwin assured the constituents of St. Mark that the process of finalizing paperwork and boundaries will not be a lengthy one. Additional infrastructural work will be undertaken to make access and living more comfortable.
We want to move the process forward quickly, but also we want to make sure that it is done properly. I noticed some people climbing as I passed there the other day, they're going up higher and higher, and we're looking at the safety of these areas. We must do some infrastructural works. We must come up with some guidelines. There may be some areas that are not safe to build a house, then we need to tell people that. So now that government has paid for the land, and the Ministry of Agriculture has assured me that they have paid for it. Now, because government pay for it, doesn't mean, well, we could just say, just so is ours. The point is that we have to regularize it just as how we regularize others.
One resident of the village for over 20 years expressed thanks to the government for hearing their cries.
I want to say thank you, Minister, because several times I was on your back. I want to thank the government and everyone who made that possible for us. So right now, we can get our own piece of paper in we hand. We could go to the credit union, we could go to the bank, and we could do anything we have to do at this point in time. So let's all join hats and hands and say thank you to the government for a job well done. Thank you.
This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break. Welcome back. More than 200 students of the St. George's University participated in the institution's first in-person commencement ceremony in 3 years. The students from the Schools of Arts and Sciences and Graduate Studies received their degrees at Grenada National Cricket Stadium. Each year, hundreds of Grenadian students are awarded scholarships to pursue degrees through the long-standing partnership between St. George's University and the Government of Grenada. Featured speaker Dr. Charles Modica, Chancellor and Chair of SGU's Board of Directors, commended the graduates on their dedication to persevere despite the challenges of the global pandemic. Dr. Modica said having an in-person graduating class post-COVID-19 is testimony that government's decision to expand university education to include more than medicine was the right one.
There were many hardships. There are circumstances no one could have ever envisioned, but yet you made it through. You made it through because of your dedication, your resolve to pursue a degree, and the denial of the virus taking part of your lives. As one of the founders of the university in 1976, sorry, you got independence in 74. When I included the nation of Grenada in the study I was doing for an international medical school, I can tell you that this is a significant event for me because it shows that many years later, decades later, young people from Grenada are benefiting from the existence of a university in their country that came to full fruition under Dr. Mitchell as the Prime Minister in 1997, when we realized a medical university was not enough for Grenada, and the medical scholarships for Grenadians were not enough for the nation of Grenada.
He charged the graduates to use their degrees to contribute towards Grenada's development in the relevant sectors.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to your ability to use your degrees in tourism, which is probably one of the pillars of our economy right now, maybe with the university or other big firms here, but hopefully also in other inventions and firms and ideas that will allow you to use your degrees remotely and not have to leave Grenada to find the kinds of employment that are worthy for your degrees.
Finally, in the news, senior laboratory technologist at the General Hospital, Krista McKenzie, encourages young people to consider a career in laboratory medicine. This follows the recent commemoration of Lab Week, which included an open day held by technicians and health officials at the facility for natural science students of the TAMCC Community College.
To pique the interest of younger persons coming into, professional getting into professions, we engaged the students of the College of, I think it's Natural Science, Applied Arts and Natural Science at the TAMCC Community College, and we had an open day. On that open day, they were able to view each department of the lab. So the students came in at 10 o'clock, and we led a walkthrough of each department in the lab. At first, we looked at the old lab. That is the building we're in now. So we walked them through, show them what it's about, tell them a little brief explanation of what it's about. They were able to see techs at work, so see stuff being done at the bench. Then we moved over to the new building. That is our building we're trying to move into. It's a very nice building, nice facilities. So they were very interested when they looked over there and they saw some of the new equipment we have. And I believe it was a success.
Lab Week was recognized under the theme Back to the Lab, celebrating our past as we look into our future. The future, according to Mackenzie, rests with students and the young people still contemplating which career path to choose.
Any young person thinking about what should I do? If you have dreams of being a scientist like me, if you want to be a part of healthcare, if you like solving puzzles, if you like technology and machinery, consider fields in laboratory medicine. consider trying to get a degree in laboratory medicine. And it is so wide that you have so many options to do advanced studies in. You're not just going to be stuck to one thing, you're going to be a jack of all trades but a master of all. It's moving forward, it's not stagnant, and I encourage you to seek out opportunities in such.
That story just ended the national report for Monday, May 16th, recapping the top story. Long lines for final registration following Prime Minister Mitchell's announcement of election date. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Rakisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Well, thank you very much, and all the best to you and the team there. As we take a look at the weather, what we can tell you for the weather is that the weather is expected to be partly cloudy, hazy and breezy with few brief showers and some fair spells. Tonight's minimum temperature 26 degrees Celsius, and the winds are northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate to slightly rough, waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters, and the small craft advisory is in effect. For tomorrow, we can tell you the weather is expected to be partly cloudy, hazy and windy with few brief morning showers becoming generally fair during the afternoon, becoming partly cloudy overnight with a few brief showers. Maximum temperature 30.5 degrees Celsius, minimum 26. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 16 to 26 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate to slightly rough, waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters, and a small craft advisory will be in effect for tomorrow, God's willing, as well. And let's say hello to a few people. Those of you who are chatting, that's the only way I will know that you're there. Suzanne, Soraya, Good Life, Mom, Etlin, Rayburn, who else is there? Wendy, Lintona, Tallman, and all the folks out there who are currently on YouTube. We say hello to you and thank you for joining us here on the Tubi. You understand? And to those of you who are on Facebook, like I'm talking about the usual suspects, we would like to say hello to you. We're talking about people like Shireen and Kireen and Suzette, Zaka, Javar, Jane, and Praise and Worship, Cindy and Sherry, Shamin, Jane, Michelle, and Pearl. Kireen and Joyous and Kennedy. And who else? We have Anne with us. We have Velma. Who else? We have Celine. We have Timron with us as well. And Bermuda. Alright. Yes, Pearl, I hear you. We have Erlin, Rolanda, Doris, Osric, Kieran, Dillian. Yeah. When people, that will be our thing. When people come and give trouble on the program, we will tell them chill, okay, chill. That's all. We don't cuss them. Just tell them chill. They wouldn't know why everybody's saying chill. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I was saying they wouldn't know why we are saying chill. They'll feel a little out of place. Sorry for that little thing there. They'll feel a little out of place, you know what I mean? So yeah. Anyway, guys, take care of yourselves and may God bless you and the family. And I'm looking forward to being back with you tomorrow. God's willing, again, same time, same place right here. All right. I love and appreciate every one of you. Those of you who chat, those of you who don't, those of you who are usually here and you know, just there. Blessings to you as well. Okay, guys, so anyway, take care of yourself. If you're celebrating a birthday, an anniversary, whatever it is, Michelle, whoever it is, take care of yourself. All right, we'll see you tomorrow, God's willing. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say ja no. Blessings, blessings, blessings. All right, take care. Goodbye.